Hey, 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 family. What's up? So, anyways, y'all know what the game plan is. You know what we always do. So, what we're going to do is we're going to wait for people to get in here. If people decide to come in, I don't know. I know it's been a minute since I've done a live. Let me turn off the camera. Whatever. I know it's been a minute. I was testing out new things. I was trying to figure a way to add music and shit to StreamYard to try to make it better. But hey, how you doing, brother? Trying to figure things out. I'm trying to understand how to do stuff. And trying to get it to work with StreamYard and all this other stuff, and need to learn what OBS is. Hey, Cryptid, how you doing? Good to see you too. But like always, I'll wait until there's like half a dozen people in here. Then we'll talk. We'll discuss stuff. Today's not just a Today's an open chat. Talk about anything. Talk about whatever's going on in the world. Because there seems to be like a lot of shit going on in the world. Not just not just, in prepping, not just with cryptids, UFOs, anything like that. I mean, the world is the world's on fire. The world is. There's stuff happening all the damn time. And nothing's changing. It's not getting worse. It's not getting good. It's staying at a semi almost balance, but it's not balanced. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be taken into consideration. A lot of things. I've came to the realization that, you know, that a lot of stuff that we're doing has no meaning. There is no gold at the end of the rainbow, no matter what you look at in life. No matter how hard you push uphill, there's always going to be a landslide to take you back down to the beginning. Sorry, everybody, I'm driving. Ooh, that sounds good, Oz. Cannoli. Hey, Sneaky Sis, how you doing? Yeah, Oz. I mean, a lot of people take it physically. I'm not. It's not that. It's not that mindset for me. I'm talking about how easily the mindset of people can be manipulated. And it's not just fear factors. It's not just fear mongering. It's not just sheep mindedness. It's the truth has to. The truth is the hardest thing to bring forth to people to accept. For every one person that tries to tell the truth, for every one person that tries to show the reality, common sense, there's hundreds out there that make a mockery of everything and get put out, get risen to a higher platform than the people that are truth seekers, the ones that wish to share their knowledge with others to help. It's like us, you know, preppers, realists. We all are trying to show the truth, but we get overlooked, and we get flagged as the fear mongers. But other places that take all this stuff and make it a mockery, they get to stand on higher ground. And I really do not like being made fun of. You know what I mean? For what we try to prepare people for, what we try to help people with. And that's why I'm trying to work so hard with this channel to attract people, kind of like setting a flame and having moths come to it. You know what I mean? Like that beacon. And I love all of y'all. I do. Y'all are my family. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, somebody's broken down. Hey, Tryon, how you doing, brother? Hey, Cassie says, how you doing? Oh yeah, Oz. Yeah, I understand 100% that it is a. This world is a me on a lot of things. You know, and yeah, YouTube and all these social media platforms and everything. You're literally a minnow in a pool of other minnows. You know, you are, if you're in a group, you are a run of the mill of 1,000 plus other people that's doing the exact same thing. What makes you so much special than anybody else? You know what I mean? I don't, I'm not on YouTube to be famous. I'm not on YouTube or any of these other social platforms to be the next PewDiePie or whoever else is a big name on YouTube. I'm not here for that. But I'm here for one thing. Just like how you are, Oz. Just like how everybody else is on here. To get to help and to inform. You know? And it's skunk. Whoo. Oh, that makes my eyes water. Somebody hit a skunk in the middle of the road. Oh. Mm. Oh, yeah. That hit the spot. That woke me up. Oh, yeah. I understand completely, Trying. You understand what I'm talking about with that skunk, right, Trying? Oh, man. True, Oz. It is true. But no, I'm I'm not gonna do the giveaway stuff. I'm not going to. I could care less about that. I did a giveaway one time, and that giveaway, I couldn't even do it. You know why? Because the the little Easter egg survival kits that I created and everything, they could not be shipped because they had combustible items in it, aka matches and all that stuff. I'm not going down that road. But I don't want to be an authority either. I don't want to read news articles. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I really don't know what to do. I know I want to share knowledge. I want to help. I do know that. Because the more people that do learn, the more people that do know how to start preparing, how to start taking care of themselves without the aid of the government, without the ever needing to go to a grocery store. That means somebody, there's one less dead body at the end of time. There's one less, there's probably one more survivor that I helped, that we helped. Because this isn't just me. This community, this channel is about helping each other. It's not about do as I say, hear what I say, what I tell you. This channel, everybody has a voice. Everybody has knowledge. It's what you do with it. You know what I mean? Give me a second. Let me check the chat. Hey, everybody. I'm so sorry. Give me a second. Hey, Rain, sis. Hey, Beth, sis. Sorry, I'm driving. Who else am I missing? Ain't that the truth, Cryptid? Skunks are a wonderful perfume. Did I say hi to you, Cassie, sis? I'm sorry. Hold on. Trying to watch for deer, and I'm trying to read a chat. This ain't a good idea. Give me a second. I'm almost home. I'll read the chat. Hello to everybody. Let's do my opening real quick. Cause you know, I'm wonderful at this stuff. 1 second. 3, 2, 1. Alright, cool. Yay. Anyways. So, the world. Alright. The world is shit. You know this? Whether or not you want to believe it, whether or not you want to look outside your window, whether or not you want to believe your little newscasters, newspapers, radio, whatever the hell. The world is shit. The world is going deeper into the shit pile. There's a lot of things that is fucking up. All right. I mean, seems like every year now, a new out, a new whatever, a new sickness, a new disease, some kind of new drug. And I'm not talking about pharmaceutical drugs. I'm talking about like Zombie Land. There's a new mental disorder coming out. Things are breaking apart. We have corrupted and broken down with the last 30 plus years. We have ruined everything on the way of life has changed. There is no punishment. There is no parents can't even punish their own children anymore. You will get put in jail if you literally punish your child by physical means. Then we have that happening that causes situations like what happened in Texas, what happened in all these other places, the downfalls. And a lot of parents bitch and whine thinking that their children are perfect little angels. And we were all kids at one time. Were any of you a perfect little mama's angel when you were a teenager or a child? Were you, or were you a little hellion just like anybody else? Everything, even landslides, start with a crumble. And it all gets bigger going downhill. And that's what this world's going to. The world is going to shit. Because everybody wants to be politically correct. Everybody doesn't want to face reality of the past. They don't want to look into the future. They're not even happy with the present. Hey, Ryan, brother. Right, trying. Hey, Shelly, sis, how you doing? But that's the thing, okay? It is society. It is the way we have been told how to hold back our tongue, how to restrain our reactions. It's the same thing as If somebody comes and slaps you in the fucking face, you're not allowed to retaliate. Because if you retaliate and you hurt that individual, you're to be blamed. Because that's how society acts. And that's how society thinks. You're the aggressor because the other person hit you. But you're the aggressor because you hurt that other individual. Doesn't matter what that individual did to you to instigate being hurt. Right, Ryan. Like I said. Oh, well, cheers, Shelly. Good job, girl. Right, trying. But the way the judicial system is the use of force. And it doesn't matter what you do. You know, about 7 years ago, almost 8 years ago, there was a man in Montana, bought land, everything, retired military, had his house built and everything. And some lowlife found out about it, went to his house in the middle of the woods and everything, broke into his house. Well, he grabbed his wife's gun, 9mm, came down the stairs and everything. Dude was in his house, told him to freeze or he'll shoot. The burglar tried to come up the stairs. He shot the burglar in the knee. In the knee. That was a damn good shot to hit that specific point in the dark. Called the police and everything. The police arrested the burglar. In that whole entire situation, the burglar got off on bail and everything, turned around and sued the homeowner, and he won because the judge and the jury went with the burglar, because now that guy was defending his property, defending his life and everything, critically maimed that man, shot him in an actual joint. Now that burglar has to be put on government assistance, disability, government aid, everything after he gets out of prison. Sued the homeowner for $1.2 million and won. Right, trying. But the court, he was already going to jail for burglar, for breaking an entry. And he turns around and sues and wins against the homeowner. Right. But the thing is, the world is fucked up. The world is screwed. And I'm not being political or any of this BS. I'm being real. I'm being realistic. once you start taking things out of context, you create gaps. If you don't punish individuals for something they do that is wrong, that is bad, they don't understand what is right and what is wrong. Because if they knew, if they had morals, they wouldn't have done the bad thing. Morals are created, good and bad is created by humans. It is a mental brainwashing that is created. Right, D. Some people don't understand, Beth. Some people do not understand. It's like a child. Like a child. You tell them not to put their hand on a hot iron. They look at you and they still want to do it. You know, it's a calling to them. It is that wonderment of not knowing what's going to happen. That's why you have people that steal. That's why you have like Winona Ryder. Okay, she was rich, and what was she doing? She was going into high-end places and stealing for the fun of it. Hey Chad, how you doing, brother? That too, trying. Ooh, you gonna make me some mac and cheese too, Chad? They should learn, Beth. They should. But if, say, like, I go over to Chad's house and I steal his mac and cheese, and Chad just lets me do it, I'm going to continue going over to Chad's house and take his mac and cheese because I know Chad won't stop me. And it's the same way with anybody else in this world. If somebody does something, somebody acts out, somebody does whatever they want to, people say, oh, they can say whatever they want to. They can act whatever they want to because it's the freedom of speech. Here's the thing. The Constitution and all that stuff was guidelines to how we should be as a country. It's not nothing permanent. It can always be changed. Chad, you're not helping. Right, monster? Oh, Ryan. God. But how you doing, van life? But here's the thing, okay? We are overusing this Constitution, the Bill of Rights, all this BS that our forefathers wrote. You actually think those the forefathers that wrote all this shit was going to
think 300 plus years down the road, we're going to still follow those archaic laws? No. They did not think that. They wanted us to be a better country. They wanted us to be a better society. They wanted us to create our own rules. They only wrote those because in that time they needed something. They needed a guideline to become a country. Trying. All of these laws that we live by, that's how everything's getting fucked up now. That's how this world is getting fucked up. It's because the people in the government know all these laws and everything can always be changed at a moment's notice. Anything and everything can be changed. It is not set in stone. Hey Laura, how you doing, sis? What you think is concrete is not concrete. It can be used against you at a moment's notice. You are not protected by anything. That is true, Trine, brother. But anytime, Laura. Here's the thing, okay? How should I put this without breaking anybody's heart? The softer you get, the softer that the government gets, is going to be the downfall of every community. You are never the victim. The victim is always the other end. The victim is always the receiving end. Doesn't matter if somebody comes, like I said, doesn't matter if somebody comes up and slaps you, spits in your face, whatever. They are the victim in the end. Society wishes for you to turn around and de escalate the situation. They don't want you to retaliate. Right, Chad? Best 33 of years of your life, wasn't it, Tryon? But here's the thing. You paid for that French fry a long time. How you doing, Paul? But the more lenient this world becomes, the more politically correct this world becomes. When you have to walk on eggshells because you don't know how to address somebody, or you're afraid you're going to get sued, or have the cops called on you, it's time to end it. This world is just as fragile as an hourglass that's dropped from 3 foot. It will shatter, and it can't be put back together. Van life. I've heard of it, D, brother. It's been a while, but I've heard of it. But there is no rebuilding this civilization. There is none. This civilization has ended ever since a child can slap their own parent and not get punished for it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, D. Right, Van. This is just the beginning. I mean, there's so much that's happening. There is so much happening and so little that's being done about it. Right, Shelley. Right. Same here, Van. But that can't happen anymore. A child cannot be physically hurt by their parent anymore. And especially with the way, I'm going to use YouTube as an example, especially the way YouTube, TikTok, all these gateways to being a sociopath is opened up. And people find it hilarious. How many of you could go into a store with your parents and go and grab 2 jugs of milk and run down the aisle and throw them up in the air and let them explode by hitting on the ground? How many of your parents would let you do that when you were growing up? What would the store do to your parents or you when you were growing up? Take care, D brother. Thanks for stopping by. Right, Van. Like I said, we all know what would happen to us. But now, what is it? What goes on YouTube? What goes on in TikTok? What goes on any social media platform? Right. It's all the time something stupid happening. Something that would not have happened 30 plus years ago. I don't think I would even be alive if I did that. My grandparents or my parents would beat the living hell out of me. Right, trying. Right, Van. But that's the difference today. That's the difference from when we were young to today's youth. Today's youth thinks that they are overprivileged, that they can do anything and everything that they want to do. You know, when we grew up, we were told we could be anything that we want to be, right? But we had to fight for it. Kids today are told you can get anything you want or do anything you want without repercussion now. Right, trying. This world has too many. There is no balls in this world anymore. Right, also, Ryan. Yeah. It's not just the youth. It's also the 30-year-old parents that ne- also the 30-year-old parents that were also, beat to crap by their parents. And they said, I was beaten as a child for doing wrong. I'm not going to do that to my children. I don't want my children feeling that pain that I felt. Right, Beth? Right, trying. Yeah, but you said, but your child was grown up, because I'm 38, Van. So your son is only what, 3 years younger than me? He grew up in the same time period I grew up with. You know what I mean? A lot of us, that grew up in blue collar families, stuff like that, we some of them have made good kids, you know? Right, Laura. Yeah. You know, it's it's the children that's born under my generation. The 30s to the 40s, the new 30 to 40-year-olds. A lot of us, a lot of my generation were having kids at 18, 16. They were kids having kids. And it's even worse now. There's still kids having kids to this day. Those are the those are the ones that are the uncontrollable, because it's, you're not going to tell my kid what to do, because they never got told what to do. Right, Ryan. Right. Yeah, same here, Sneaky. We got paddled. It stopped when I got in high school, but from elementary to middle school, we got paddled. Right, trying. Right. Beth, I didn't even get an allowance. We had to do our chores. It wasn't, we didn't get no present for doing chores. That was a daily thing for us. You know, the, getting an allowance. Fuck all that. Hell, we had to do our chores after we got after we got home from school, we had to do our chores. That Saturday morning, I had to do chores while watching Saturday morning cartoons. Oh, we didn't. At least you got something. Right, Sneaky. Right. That was it, you know? Did my chores, made sure I got all my chores done and everything before Transformers came on. You got lucky, Beth. I'm sorry, Sneaky. But, yep, Shelly. Yep. Kids don't know what that is. It's like Miss Star's best friend, which is her adopted sister. She has two nephews that she literally raised with her mother and her father. Okay. And she has to pay them in. They come over and stay with her, eat her food, all this stuff. But when she asks them to help around the house or help mow the yard, basic simple tasks, they say, I need you to buy me an Animal Crossing gift card or a PlayStation Store gift card. That can range between $20 and $50 for like 20 minutes of work. She doesn't even have, she has probably about maybe a quarter of an acre. Hey, Bama, how you doing, brother? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And she goes and does it for them. She goes and buys it for them. I mean, she also makes six figures a year, but that's not the point. It's not the point. And she takes care of her nephews because she was raised poor. She was raised without. So she has that same mindset that a lot of these fucking younger parents have, that they don't want their kids to do without because they did. Everything's all right, brother. Right. Right, trying. And kids don't see it as a chore. Kids don't have chores. It's like a business agreement. I do this, you get me this. And it's not like you can force them to do it. You can't. I mean, technically you could do that. You literally could take away anything that you paid for them and destroy it. Yeah, trying. Yeah. Yeah, same here, Ryan. Same here. But now now parents can also get treated for emotional damage to their child too if you take things away from them and destroy it. Say you buy your child a PS4 or whatever game system's out now. And if they don't do what you tell them to do, say you take that PS4 or game system or whatever the hell you bought them and you go and destroy it and say, I bought this, I can take it away from you. You literally destroyed their social life. That was what a 13-year-old kid took his father to court for and won. Just literally last year, won the court case because the lawyer used emotional damage and extraction from his social raising, from his social ability to communicate with people outside because it was during the pandemic. Yeah. Now you have to deal with courts. Now you have to deal with lawyers. Literally, the father had to pay for the court, had to pay for the lawyer child uh, that his child used, had to buy him another PlayStation or whatever the hell it was, had to literally, and he also asked for 6 hours of playtime because he can, and he was granted that. Oh, I understand, Ryan. I understand. But now we can't use our experiences. We can't use where we came from to handle a situation anymore. There is too many there's too many alternative routes to it to get around to be able to hurt you. Yeah, but you were still taking care of her, Beth. She was still in your care. Doesn't matter if it's blood or stepchild or what. It is your child by law. Just because she isn't your bloodline doesn't mean that you have to stop, that you can't say, I don't want to feed her today because she's not my child. You know what I mean? Right, Beth. But there is so many hurdles now to be a child. I mean, to be a parent that can be used against you because you're trying to better your child the way you were raised to be a good person. That doesn't go well, especially in majority states like California, stuff like that, and certain political parties' mindsets. They believe if your child turns out bad, it's your fault. It's your fault no matter what, because you created that child. But your hands are tied on every point of discipline. They want you to take a child to a psychiatrist if they don't listen to you. Right, Bama. Hell, I got the rod upside my head multiple times. I mean, you know, I had to go out and pick out my own hickory. And if it wasn't good enough, if it wasn't long enough, if it wasn't right enough, I got that used on me. And then they went out and got the hickory and used it on me again because I wasn't good enough at it. Oh, yeah, Shelly. I don't have kids. I've got, I've got belt around me. I got slash marks down my back that are still scars from where my dad used it as a whip on me. But it's not just that. It's not just the way the laws and everything are that is turning children into what they are today. It's not just that. It's also the government. It's a higher power telling you how to raise your own blood. Right, Sneaky. Yeah, it's the same way with everything else that's going on. If right, Ryan, they want mindless, easily manipulated ants to work for the hive. Yeah, Bama. Yeah. Whatever they could get their hand on, it was used on me. But they believe this is okay. It's the same thing with workers' rights. It's the same thing with everything else. I mean, it's just like Amazon. All the Amazon employees just a few months ago formed their own union. And don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people that are in the union. I used to be in the union. Not in the union anymore, but I was when I was in the oil field. But the union destroys a lot of factory work. It destroys a lot of businesses. And it's the same kind of mindset and actions that the government is doing now. Yeah, I got that too, Van Life. No, I never worked for Amazon, Van, but I know people that work for Amazon. But here's the thing. For every good paying job out there, anything above minimum wage, you have to work your ass off. You think I sat around and was in an air conditioned building and with a bathroom that I could run to and, you know, work 8 hours a day in the oil field? Hell no. Tell you one thing, Van, Amazon is a luxury compared to the oil fields or being a roofer or being a construction worker. I mean, oh no, 8 hours don't exist anymore. The minimum hours I worked in the oil field was 15 hours a day. I don't have any sympathy for anybody that's working in a building that has electricity, has AC, has a bathroom. Right, brother. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad you understand, Van. The the shit we do, brother, you know, these other people that complain about their fast food jobs, that complain about right, Bama. These little pampered children that work in their little 9 to 5 job. Yep, Van. Yep. I know what you're talking about, brother. Right, Beth. Right. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, all these little all these little factory workers, all the people working for Ford and Chevy, working on a line in a factory for $40+ an hour, and they bitch and whine and they go on strike. Right, Van. Right. Trying. No, what is sleep? But these pampered people that are not out freezing their ass off all day long, or sweating balls all day long, or having to deal with nature, having to deal with high-end electricity like Van, things that can kill you in a moment's notice. They shouldn't have a union. They shouldn't be pampered. I don't care. If they're not in the element and they're not right, Van, right. Outside 365 no matter what. How many times were you out there working the line in the middle of a hailstorm or heavy rain or anything? Right, trying. Right. See if any of these little pampered punks of Amazon or anything could handle 5 hours out in 110-degree Texas heat. I mean, they just want to bitch and complain. Oh, life is so hard. Right, right, Van. And do that in 85-degree weather, 90-degree weather. These little punks, these little babied people, they don't know what real work is. They think they need more money than you do, Van. I remember. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Van. Yeah, see, Shelly? See, and Shelly's not bitching. She works Amazon 10-hour shifts. I would love to work a 10-hour shift for 4 days a week. 4 days a week, 10 hours. You know how much I would love to have 4 days a week and be off 3? Yeah. I do security and I work more hours than I did on the oil lines. Sunday through Wednesday, off Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know how many people would love to have Thursday, Friday, Saturday off? That is literally the perfect days. The hell? I'm glad. I'm I'm ecstatic if I get one off day a week. And most of the time, I'm not. Just like right now, I'm on this live stream with y'all, and I have to get up in 5.5 hours and go back to work after working a 12-hour shift. And tomorrow I have to work another 12-hour shift. It's 1:36 and I have to be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning. Right, Shelly? I mean, don't get me wrong, Van. The union is good for certain jobs. Oh, I will. I will. But this is what I'm trying to say. I love y'all. And that's why I do this stuff. This is real. This is the real life shit. Send her to Texas, Beth. I'll put her to work. It's also an at-will state. I'll also show her how quick it is to lose your job, too. Love you too, Laura, sis. The world is too lenient. Oh, I got a paper cut on my pinky. Oh, here, go to the emergency room and take care of it. Yeah. Because here's the thing, Texas is an at-will state. A lot of states are going to at-will state laws. Take care, Tryon, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Love you, bro. Oh yeah, Van. The union will take care of you. The union's good. I didn't mind paying my union fees. Yeah. I mean, I know, Shelly, but I'm just saying kids of today. Hell, there was a security guard. He passed out from heat exhaustion because he wasn't drinking water. And now he has to go to a heat training class to learn how to take care of himself during the hot hours of Texas. They are, Shelly. They really are. We literally have to trade new recruits now about heat exhaustion because of one 18-year-old. And this is the shit that is becoming the next generation. And they are going to have kids. If they can't find it on Google, they don't know what to think. That's nice, Van. Yeah, I think our medical hours in the oil field was up to 5 months. Yeah, I had that with my union also. Oh, they have no common sense, Beth, but they still know how to fuck. I mean, you know what I mean? That's how this world is. I'm not here to offend anybody on purpose, but the majority of the world is idiots breeding idiots. And that's how society lives, is by stupidity breeding stupidity. Because who else is going to pay taxes? Who else is that's how the that's how the world gets its taxes. The more people working, the more money comes in. I am too, Beth, sis. I'm also for I'm also for a world purge too. Survival of the fittest. But every single one of y'all, every single one of your jobs, you have seen stupidity at your jobs. You have seen real stupidity. Oh yeah. Yeah, Van. Because it has to be over there. I mean, you got so many people in a state the size of Japan. You know, a lot of the other, like Texas here, you know, you have so many people in a few big cities and very, very small outlining counties, that if something happens to the outlining counties, they don't care. But yeah, Beth, it should be coming. It should. Oh yeah, Van. Yeah. Because unions are a business just like anything else. Everything is run by something. Everything relies on everything else to make the system work. And if people aren't smart enough to see it, Well, yeah. I mean, it goes for water, it goes for electricity, the major necessities. Well, yes and no. The people vote, it's based on a voting system. It's been a long time since I've been in a union. It's been almost 8 years, but the way our union was everything that goes into effect was a majority vote. But there was also the union representative or the council rep that was the one that created the new rules and everything. I don't know how it is with your union, but that's how it was with ours. I don't know, baby. But anyways, everybody, I love you, family. I do got to go to sleep. I literally do have to wake up in like 5 hours and go back to work. But I love you all. Y'all take care. I will see y'all on the next go round, okay? Take care, everybody. I'm signing off. 3, 2, 1. Take care, family. Love y'all. Bye.